individuals with actual documented histories of disgusting.
Wait, all of them got exposed? Oh my gosh, that's poetry right there. Parlo is actually gone? Oh my gosh, man. Okay, so this is another video by Guamgu, and this is the second video in his Parlo series, I guess, but this was released a day ago, and I don't know what this entails, so we're just gonna see what happens, man. Jeez.
That was all part of the recap from last week's video.
Yeah, we saw that
last night, things got even worse. While everyone was still reacting to the documents in the GoFundMe situation, Parlo's entire channel suddenly went into complete chaos.
Oh my gosh.
While Parlo's channel was being taken over by a hijacker, I was actually on call with him. He was asking for my opinions on the response script that he wanted to release, and right in the middle of that call, everything started happening at once. His videos disappearing, permissions changing, and his channel being completely wiped from the face of YouTube.
Is it like Chinese? What is that?
Screenshots Parlo posted in his now destroyed Discord server, someone named Mugen gained access to his channel and started deleting years of videos. Parlo was messaging him things like, "Dude, stop. What the F is wrong with you? This is flat out illegal." He also showed a screenshot of the channel permissions, which had him listed as the owner.
Okay, like, I know he's like a bad guy, but he doesn't deserve to get his channel terminated, bro. Like, that's crazy.
He also showed other people set as manager and editor. People he says he couldn't remove because YouTube was forcing him to re-verify with an unpassable 2FA. Shortly after the hijack, the situation only got worse for him as his entire YouTube channel was terminated. YouTube had sent him a notice saying the account violated their policy, which lines up with what Parlo claimed, that content was mass posted to deliberately get his channel taken down. Parlo's channel was completely wiped off the platform, and he is still terminated as of right now, with no way to restore it at all.
Wait, let's see if we still let's see if we still like that now. Hold on. Parlo? Oh my gosh, he is. His channel is not here. Oh my gosh, man. That's scary. Jeez.
During that call, while this was happening in real time, Parlo was completely spiraling. He wasn't just panicking, he was repeatedly talking about ending his and even started describing the kinds of methods he was thinking about. I'm not going to go into detail, but hearing him talk like that was genuinely disturbing and way beyond anything I expected from that call. And I want to make something very clear. I'm not here to frame Parlo as an innocent victim. A lot of what's happening to him is the direct result of his own decisions.
Your hope gone with the breeze.
I'm sorry, guys. We're watching this together.
And his own actions. He put himself in this situation, and he absolutely needed to step away from YouTube a long time ago. And honestly,
that was the trip to London.
Platform isn't surprising. A lot of people, based off of Parlo's behavior, saw this future coming. But even with that said, this was the worst possible way for it to happen. Parlo had already told me he...
Dude, I could not imagine having your whole entire existence, your passion for YouTube just being deleted in a matter of hours, I think. Like, that is insane, man.
Planned to leave
that's
YouTube
too much for
after
me.
Releasing his public statement and taking accountability. Instead of stepping away on his own terms, everything was ripped out from under him in the most chaotic and destructive way possible. And seeing him spiral the way he did on that call shows just how dangerous that chaos has become. My call with Parlo ended shortly after that because he was completely breaking down, and not long after that, he joined another creator's livestream, and what happened there honestly confirmed everything I'd already seen from him privately.
Whoa, that's a weird name.
Started talking about how he lost everything, how both of his channels were basically done.
Parlo threatened suicide over someone getting his channel deleted. Wow, okay.
And then he suddenly said that people will have a lot of on their hands because of this. The creator hosting the stream immediately panicked and shut the call down because of how extreme Parlo's comments were. Here's the clip so you can see exactly how the moment played out.
Well, a clip? Oh my gosh.
My channel is gone.
You know that I'm on live right now, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Just making sure you're not gonna say anything crazy right now. What about your second channel?
It's done.
That's done as well.
Bro.
No.
Dude, he sounds so sad.
Like, it's done. Like.
Well, yeah, obviously he's sad. Oh god, one brain's not working here, bro.
I'm not even thinking about that. It's done.
You're gonna just move away from YouTube entirely. Yeah, probably say just probably think on this.
I'm not leaving anything. I'm not leaving anything. I was gonna make the response video, leave and come back. Now I've seen that that is impossible, and can't say, but
pay attention to the creator's reaction when Parlo says people will have blood in their hands.
A lot of people have on their hands now, but Yeah.
Whoa. Okay. I'm gonna have to say goodbye. I'll chat to you later. Okay,
That's
have a good
crazy.
one.
Ooh, that was
Okay.
cold.
Jesus Christ.
Before I move on, I want to clear something up about Mugen because a lot of people are twisting the situation. This wasn't some evil mastermind moment where Mugen suddenly hacked into Parlo's channel to destroy him. Mugen had already had access for months. Parlo gave him that access.
Wait.
And what he did wasn't done out of malice.
Was he like an editor for him, I guess, then? If you had access to his channel? Because you can add editors and stuff to your channel? Maybe that was
out of
it?
desperation. He uploaded that video privately on an unlisted upload that only he saw because he genuinely thought forcing the channel offline was the only way to get Parlo to leave YouTube.
Wait. You were endangering your friends and family with your main character syndrome? You guys leave the internet? Ooh, okay. Wait, so Mugen deleted his channel because they wanted to help Parlo? Is that what that is?
Before it completely destroyed his mental health.
I guess so.
But now, people online are calling Mugen a poster, saying that he showed to minors, and even labeling him a. Even Green Lego Cats indirectly implied that in his latest video.
Yeah, I mean, like, if I was, like, going insane, I wouldn't want someone else to delete to delete my channel. That would make it even worse, I think. But
And that's just not true.
that's just me.
Mugen never posted anything publicly, never exposed anything to minors, and wasn't doing this to hurt Parlo. He was trying to stop him from spiraling. And based on how Parlo was acting when he was talking to me, someone
that
who
just
had
wouldn't
just
work.
criticized him, I don't even want to imagine how he really felt. Parlo is extremely mentally unwell right now, and attacking Mugen over this is completely unfair. And before we move on to Parlo's response, I want
Yeah, I guess attacking Mugen is kind of wrong here. He was just trying to help, but like doing that would make it even worse. I'm sure that wasn't the goal, but it did for
to
Parlo,
clarify that
definitely.
this isn't a public document. This was a private response script that Parlo sent to me directly and asked me to review. But now that he doesn't have a channel anymore, I'm going to go over the main points myself because people deserve to know what he was planning to say.
Under the
After
document,
reading
okay.
throughout the whole thing, the script is pretty long and somewhat emotional, and he
Pure
does try
text? Oh
taking
my
some
gosh.
responsibility in parts. A lot of it, though, still feels like he's dodging what people were really upset about, and not really understanding the core of the backlash. First, Parlo spends an insane amount of time insisting that he's not a because Wolfgang was
I have seen comments stating that Parlo was a PDF. However, it was just from people who lied about him in the past.
older than him.
Okay.
And sure, that part is true. Nobody was calling him. Nobody said that this was a situation. That was never the issue. The problem was at the disgusting level of oversharing, the extremely inappropriate details,
that
and
was
the fact
bad.
that he pushed all of this out publicly.
Imagine being able to build an app with your
Sorry,
name on
guys.
it just by thinking about it. Meet Base 4.
$2 for YouTube
to
Premium.
an audience filled with minors. He keeps trying to debunk a claim that most people never even made. Then he goes on about how he supposedly wanted the situation to stay private, and this is where he completely contradicts himself. And honestly, this part kind of annoyed me, because throughout this entire situation, he told me directly, multiple times, that he wanted me to make a video about his side. He actively pushed me to cover it, pushed me to defend him, and he
Oh my
clearly wanted his
gosh.
narrative to be put out there. So for him to suddenly claim in this script that he never wanted this public doesn't really line up with what he told me at all. Even in the script, he admits that he rushed to publish his own document because he was afraid people would call him a liar if he did it. He admits he ignored people warning him not to publish anything, and even calls what he wrote gross, degenerate, and reputational.
Wait, what does it say? Is this from the document? I overshared in extensive details the context of the situation. Okay. That does not excuse the fact that I should have been a lot more restrictive in what I discussed due to my platform and the audience I have. Yeah. As close friends have stated, this should have been completely out of the question. It was not done with malintent, but in no means does that excuse how degenerate this all was.
Self-destruction. I'd say he did a
That's not a bad response. I don't
pretty
get.
good job criticizing himself.
Yeah,
but
it's pretty
immediately
good.
afterwards, he starts making excuses again. The part where
Oh my
everything
gosh.
really starts to fall apart, though, is the GoFundMe explanation. This is where the entire
Oh, this was bad, man.
script shows that he still doesn't fully understand what he did wrong. He claims he only intended to use the money for food and rent and whatever, and that it wasn't dishonesty, that it
And then he spent it on a trip to London, bro.
was negligence.
Oh
Then
my
he
gosh.
follows up with saying it wasn't a scam, but it was just a mistake. And then he tries to justify the $1,400 plane ticket, the tooth.
Wait, what does it say? Okay, I had by having a social trip with friends and internet adjacents. I was already in a bad situation at the time, and I was incredibly desperate. Okay. So he went to London because he was desperate for friends, I guess? I think so. That's
$1,000
not a
laptop
good
and
response,
an
though.
$800 phone by blaming stress,
He got a new phone, too? Oh my gosh, bro.
loneliness, and depression. But here's the thing, intent doesn't erase impact. Even he
Yeah.
admits he acted recklessly. He admits that he broke people's trust. He admits his audience believed he was financially struggling. If you let people believe you're broke when you spend your own money on luxuries, that is literally
Yeah,
the
it's-
definition.
Dude, if you tell people that I can't pay for food and then you buy a new phone and go to London, like that's that is not a good look at all,
Of a
man.
scam,
Oh my
whether
gosh.
you meant it or not. You cannot claim accountability while refusing to call the situation what it actually is. Saying I indirectly scammed people and then immediately saying, but it wasn't a scam though, is not accountability. It's dancing around the truth to soften the blow. He also
100%.
mentions that he asked his dad to transfer money so he could refund everyone. That's a good step in the right direction, but it doesn't undo everything. Refunding people after getting exposed doesn't erase the fact that he spent thousands on non-essentials, didn't pay his editors for months, and misled his
Oh my
audience into
gosh.
thinking he was barely surviving. That's not just bad spending habits. That's not a small mistake. That's misrepresentation. And whether
That
he wants
was
to say the word
intentional,
or
man.
not, that is a scam. He finishes the script by saying he wants to leave the Parlo identity and work on himself, and honestly, that would have been the healthiest choice he could have made. But now, with his channel gone and the way
Yeah, he should have done that before he did all this, man.
everything
Oh my
collapsed,
gosh.
this situation got way more chaotic than it needed to be. And while I do believe his channel needed to go eventually, this was absolutely not the right way for things to end, considering Parlo's repeated history of mental problems, and at this rate, I wouldn't be surprised if something fatal happened. The full document or response will be available in my Discord server in the form of a PDF file and will be posted in the announcements channel.
Ooh,
Before I
alright.
end off this video, I need to clarify something very important that I kind of failed to mention in the previous video, because over the past few days, I've been seeing some seriously dangerous narratives spreading around. A lot of people are using Parlo's downfall as some kind of excuse to rewrite history, and that is not at all how this works. I have seen
Wait,
people
what do you mean?
claiming that horrible individuals were right about
I don't like Team 77 because I don't want to admit they were right.
Parlo all along, when in reality, most of those accusations were obviously slander campaigns. I've also seen and genuinely disgusting, dangerous people trying to hijack this situation, paint themselves as victims, acting like Parlo somehow wronged them or spread misinformation.
Okay, this is like the bear drama. Like people like it was bad, but then people made it worse by spreading misinformation. Just
About them. And I want to make
Jeez.
this extremely clear. That behavior is beyond disgusting, because the
Yeah.
people I've seen being victimized by
I mean, if you're doing that, you're just as bad as Parlo in this case.
this
I think.
situation are not harmless creators. I'm talking about people like Captain Steve, 77, Bonky Doge,
Oh my gosh.
Safe, and yes, even Natharus.
Scythe.
These are individuals with actual documented histories of disgusting
Wait, all of them got exposed? Oh my gosh. That's poetry right there.
manipulatory or dangerous conduct. None of these people suddenly become innocent just because Parlo imploded. That's not how accountability works. Parlo getting himself into deep does not
Yeah, you can't be like a predator and then call someone out for being like doing some bad stuff if you're a bad guy too. It isn't. That's not how it works, man.
magically erase everything these people have done.
Exactly.
It does not undo their victims' trauma. It does not make them trustworthy. It does not redeem them at all. All it does is show how quickly bad actors will take advantage of chaos and try to rewrite their own story. Seeing people fall for this is honestly terrifying. Parlo created this entire disaster himself. He published details to an audience full of
Why
minors,
would he? I still don't know
overshared
why he did that in the first place, bro. That still doesn't like. I can't figure out why he did that.
things no
I just-
creator should ever make public, and admitted to behavior that can only be described as degenerate. And because of that, the truth is simple. He should not be online anymore. At this point, staying on the internet is actively putting his mental health and safety at risk.
Yeah, it's no
He's
bueno.
proven he's not stable enough to handle a platform. But none of this suddenly makes the people he exposed innocent. And dangerous creators don't get a free pass just because Parlo imploded. His mistakes don't rewrite years of evidence against them. So I hope this situation serves as a wake-up call. You cannot
To
treat your
everyone,
audience
man.
like this. You cannot dump personal content onto minors. You cannot run a platform when you're mentally falling
Preach,
apart.
brother.
For his own safety, I genuinely hope Parlo steps away and stays away. Thank you all for watching. Please make sure to like the video, subscribe, and share this
my
with
gosh.
people so they actually understand what's going on.
That was perfect, man. That was amazing. So yeah, that was the Parlo drama part 2. And honestly, that's pretty bad, man. Now, even after all the bad things he's done, I don't think he deserves to get his channel terminated. That seems a bit harsh, but I mean, maybe it's not. But I really hope that one day he can change into a better person. He's going through a whole lot right now, and from the bottom of my heart, I just hope he gets better. I really hope he's still trying to do that. But what are your thoughts on Parlo'S Gone? Coded video by Guamgu once again. But as always, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one.